Florida, heading up into Georgia to Cordelle, Georgia, to the Veterans Memorial State Park for about a 4-day trip. Robbinsville Beach will be about a couple hours behind us, and give them a lot of drugs. We're in Georgia, we made it. Now what? Anyhow, we finally arrived at the Georgia Veterans Memorial State Park and Campground. It's part of the Black Shear Resort, which has an 18-hole golf course, which I shot a 78. Anyhow, there's a railroad that runs from Valentine's Day through Christmas Day. Unfortunately, we arrived day after Christmas and it was down, but it's a 1940s style railroad that you can take into Cordelle, Georgia. Also, since it's a Veterans Park, there's some aircraft on display, great for kids to walk around and see, but you can't climb on any of them. There's some World War II tanks that are visible, and a part of the resort, which is on the lake, I believe it's called Lake Black Shear, is beautiful. There's a nice marina facility. If you look off in the distance, you can see a houseboat there. They do have boat rentals, and you can rent the houseboat. The lake's a pretty good size. If you want to bring your own boat, that's fine. You can tie it up at the resort. There is a public launch there, so it was pretty nice. I'd highly recommend maybe renting a pontoon boat, which goes for $50 an hour. The resort is a convention center, and inside is a complete convention facility. It's got a real nice swimming pool right here that you're welcome to use as part of the campground, because when you're at the campground, you're technically staying at the resort, and therefore you can take advantage of the dining. It's a nice lounge for after hours. If you want to go have a beer, they got a full bar. Sit back and relax. If you want to head back to your campfire later on, you can do so. It's just a short walk and maybe a bicycle ride. It's a good quarter mile. But overall, the grounds are meticulously kept. As you can see, there are rental units over there. If you don't want to camp and you just want to come out here and stay in one of the rental cabins, you can. As you can tell, it was Christmas time when we were there, and if you look down this hallway, which I'll show you in a second, you'll see a convention center. Again, right here on the lake, and there's the convention rooms. You can book weddings if you want to bring your family down. In fact, there was a wedding that weekend. We didn't get to see it, nor did I bother them in case they needed a photographer, but they didn't. I'm sure they had it taken care of. Overall, real nice resort, real nice facility, and again, if you're in the campground, you're welcome to use the privileges of the resort. Now, these are some of the campsites. 50 amp, 30 amp service. Everyone has a fire ring and a picnic table. The grounds are very well kept. It's a gravel type lot. You can walk, bike ride, fish, pull your boat right up to your campsite. A lot of the sites are pulled through here. The ones on the lake are back in. Here is the dump facility. It does have a very clean dump facility with high pressure water. Again, the camper is on a paved area, and then you have a gravel pit around it with firing. And again, you're right on the lake, and the sunsets were just amazing. Highly recommend just kind of sitting out there, having a cigar, and enjoy your evening. Well worth the $45 a night that we paid. Bentley, how's your puppy? Call him Wiggle Butt. The campsite. Now it's time to leave Veterans Memorial Park, across the Swanee River here. We're on our way to Jacksonville, Florida. Again, I said I have to cover a football game, so we're going to cross the big bridge across the river here. There's the shipping yards, which you can see coming up on the left-hand side. Very nice, big shipping yard, so I'm sure you can spend a day down there if you'd like to get a tour, if they let you. I'm sure there's lots to see down there. Anyhow, now we're arriving at the Pecan Park, which is located just off the interstate on the north side of Jacksonville. This is a newer park. It's very clean. If you can put up with the jets landing at Jacksonville International Airport, they do come by on frequencies that can get a bit monotonous. All the sites are paved. They're pull through, and they can fit up to 50, 60 footers. Well, Bentley and I are walking through the puddles. It's been raining a lot. We are at the Pecan Park RV. It's a Sun RV resort, and been here for 4 days while I covered the Jaguars home game, and I got the Tax Slayer Bowl coming up. Place is a good sand park. It's nice. It's new. They're building a bunch. As you can see, I'll put in the video here some of the stuff that's under construction. The laundry facility is amazing. The pool's amazing. I shouldn't say amazing. So it's nice. It's clean. There's like 10 washers and dryers. So we had a little bit of a wait because one guy left his clothing in there for about 3 hours. One of the negatives to it, so if you look off in the distance behind me, and soon you'll be able to hear, there is a jet right there. Now that's not bad when he's coming in for landing. When the jets take off, you hear it. I mean, all night long, 737, it's not just little guys like that. And they're coming in for landing. So yeah, even though that's noisy, it's not that bad. But overall, the big guys, excuse this spinning. Bentley here, my little buddy, is getting me all tangled up, keeps going in circles. Let me walk you over and show you this dog park, which is a joke. There's the office. Next to the office is the dog park. And as you can see, we've had a day of rain, and it's pretty much underwater. So as much as little Bentley would like to go in and run, I don't think he wants a bath tonight. The park's got pull-through sites, like I said, complete sewer facility hookup, water, 50 amp, 30 amp, new pedestals. The only negative to it is the water is like 8 inches off the ground. So you definitely need to bring a bendable or a 90 degree to get your thing hooked up. Now we headed into Jacksonville. We were going to go to the landings, but we ended up going to the Bearded Pig, which is supposed to be a world famous barbecue. I have to admit it was pretty good. Like I said, we were headed for the landings, but we were not aware that the landings were completely torn down. They're removing it. If you saw it in the past, it was a neat entertainment complex, but it's pretty much gone. Anyhow, this is Pecan Park. We paid about $65 per night. It was pretty good. Got some fish in there. I don't think it's so much for kids, mostly adults. It was pretty full, and again, they're making room, so give it a shot. North side of Jacksonville, Pecan Park.